Hey everybody, welcome back again to Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy, where the proof is in the singing. I'm doing a whole series, and the series is called What Makes This Singer Great? And next up to the plate is Phil Collins. So, like I've said a few times, I don't think of him only as a singer. I think of what all goes in to making Phil Collins great. So before we get started, if you don't mind, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate that. And don't forget to ring that bell so I can keep new cool videos coming your way. I also have a singing course. It's called How to Sing Better Than Anyone Else. You can find it right here at kentamplinvocalacademy.com. So whether you're just new to singing or you're already a singer or an experienced singer, we walk you through step by step from the very basic elements of singing all the way to really high-end professional great singing as well. So what do I think of when I think of Phil Collins? Well, of course I think of Genesis, right? He's from Genesis. I actually think of way back when he got the gig in Genesis and when he took the place of Peter Gabriel, which was the original singer, and Phil Collins was the drummer, and he got out from behind the drums and stepped up to the plate and walked up to the front of the stage. So that's a big deal. I think of gritty vocals and very passionate singing. So I think of songs like In the Air Tonight. And in fact, I did a vocal coach reacts to Phil Collins, and I'll put that in the description tag so you can see a much bigger picture of the whole band and his history and whatnot with In the Air Tonight. So I chose a different song, so we're gonna fire that up here in a second. But and we're gonna discuss his vocals. But and then I think of gosh, movie soundtracks. You know, he's done a lot of stuff. Was kind of a hit maker for a lot of years and got a lot of radio airplay. So you could hardly turn on the radio when, you know, driving for a half hour or so and a Phil Collins or Genesis song didn't come on. I think of a very unique sounding voice in general. Like, you know, the minute he comes on, boom, you know who it is. And, you know, you certainly think of songs like In the Air Tonight, like I said, Against All Odds, the movie soundtrack, Susudio, Do You Remember? You Can't Hurry Love, Take Me Home, I Don't Care Anymore. And I'm just gonna fire up some music here. We'll take a listen to it and we'll talk a little bit more about his singing. Here we go.
Standing here, and you coming back to me is against all odds, and that's what I've got to face.
Okay, so he's also one of those guys that pushes his voice to the absolute threshold of his range, but for some reason it doesn't bother me that much because, you know, yeah, it seems like Bruce Springsteen, born in the U.S. You can tell that's all he's got. And in this case, Phil, it's kind of, he's at the threshold and at the top, you know, ceiling of his range, but it doesn't sound so strainy that it bugs me and makes me feel uncomfortable or kind of nervous. So that's okay. And his tone is so cool. And again, his expression, the way he sings, his phrasing is cool. His melodies are great. And just real consistency. His pitch is really awesome and really, really good live for all those years he sang great live. So if I'm missing something, guys, please put it in the comments section. What do you think of when you think of Phil Collins and Genesis? Was it what I said? Can you think of something different? Are there other songs you relate to? Is there something that I missed? I want a more well-rounded thing than just my own personal feelings and comments. That'd be awesome. And the other thing too is, please, I'm doing this by request. So if you guys hear or think of someone that you'd like me to react to, I'm happy to do that for you. And definitely check out my next video.